Hello everyone, Indie Voice here. Before we jump in, I want to give a huge thanks to Square Enix for sponsoring this video and providing access to Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. So today we're looking not at an indie game, but another series I really love playing when I have time, and honestly, I'm really glad to see this one remastered. Throughout my experience, I genuinely explored and enjoyed playing this once again. I've been a bit of a fan of this series, which for me has started a little late with Dragon Quest VIII. After finishing that one, I got really hooked onto the series. I went back to play all the other series, and now here we are again with Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. And wow, this one has been rebuilt and upgraded the quality of life in a very interesting way. Dragon Quest VII Reimagined launched on February 5th last week for both Switch, PS5, Xbox, and Steam. The full remake of the original PlayStation Classic from 2000, that was way far back, but not just the texture update, this is a full visual reimagined of the handcraft diorama style aesthetic, and that's immediately noticeable throughout this entire game. You play as a young fisherman's son living in a peaceful island of Eastern. Your simple question is there more to the world than just this island? That curiosity leads you and your childhood friends, Kiefer and Maribel, to the Shrine of Mysteries, where you discover fragments of ancient stone tablets. And once those fragments are assembled, you are transported into entirely new worlds. The stone tablet system is still the backbone of your adventure. You collect fragments, restore tablets, and unlock new regions. Each tablet world has its own story, its own problems, and when you fix them, they reshape your present day world. It's actually really cool layered storytelling structure. Now, I will say the beginning of the game is a little slow. It takes a little bit of time introducing Eastward, the characters, and your first shrine discovery, but once you start jumping between worlds, it picks up really quickly. And one really cool addition to this time around is a new storyline where you meet the adult version of Kiefer and fight alongside him, which adds more emotional weight and character development. This is probably the most striking change. The character designs are originally designed by Akira Toriyama, are now recreated in this handcrafted 3D style, almost like a detailed miniature figures. The towns look like diorama sets, even scenes feel dramatic and cozy at the same time. And the fact that they are digitally scanned physical dolls to build the main game models, that's dedication. It gives the warm and almost collectible aesthetic. Combat is still turn-based, classic Dragon Quest style, but it's refined. You can now speed up battles, use auto battle, and set tactics for smoother flow. But the real highlight is the Vocation system. Each character starts with a unique starter vocation, but you can unlock beginner, intermediate, and advanced vocations like the druid or the hero. And with this new moonlighting feature, you can equip 2 vocations at once. That opens up really fun builds. Spell heavy combos, hybrid damage dealers, support tanks. That's the real strategy here if you want to really dig into it. Also, new vicious monsters, tougher overworld enemies with visible aura that drop special hearts or items when defeated. Those hearts can give rare bonuses, and hunting them down becomes addicting. Plus, there are special grade monsters highlighted on the map that drop materials for unique weapons or armor sets. And yes, like most Dragon Quest games, you can find the ultimate weapons to create the ultimate build for each character if you put in the effort. They did a lot here to improve the customization, and I am very impressed on how that went. Now, there is a demo available which does carry over the save data if you want to try that first before getting the full game. And for collectors, there's a digital deluxe and collector's edition with the DLC, early access, and bonus costumes. So there's a lot packed in to these extra editions of the game. Like I said, I've never played this on the PS1 originally, so for me, this felt like rediscovering something of a classic for me for the first time, but in modern form. Visually, it looks amazing. Combat is more strategic than I expected. The story hooks you in once it gets going. The only downside for me is the very early pacing, which is slow a bit, and it actually is a bit playable on the Steam Deck. It's just the text is a little bit smaller, but it's not much of a deal breaker, but it's just worth mentioning. For the pros and cons, beautiful handcrafted visual style, deep vocation system with moonlighting, strong character-driven story, tons of side content and monster hunting, refined turn-based combat, Cons: slow opening hours, text is slightly small on the Steam Deck, still very classic in structure, which may not be for everybody. So here's the question for everybody out there: where does Dragon Quest VII Reimagined land for me on this verdict? For me, this is a solid gameplay, moving forward must play for any RPG fans out there. If you love classic turn-based JRPGs with depth and heart, this is absolutely worth checking out and has to be in your library. If you've never played Dragon Quest VII before, this is a great way to experience it. Thank you again, Square Enix, for sponsoring this video. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what was your first Dragon Quest game. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.